I'm joined by David Gartenstein-Ross, a senior fellow at the Foundation for Defense of Democracies. David, of course, I have to say, when I first heard about this shooting, there was almost a sense of inevitability about it, wasn't there?
Not really, because in the United States, we haven't had something like this occur based upon the exercise of free speech rights previously. There was one event that hasn't gotten that much press, which was a cartoonist named Molly Norris. She was Seattle-based, originally came up with the idea of an Everybody Draw Muhammad Day after the Danish cartoon controversy emerged. But when the Danish cartoon controversy happened, people by and large in the United States were not afraid of something like that happening here. They thought of it as a European thing, an African thing, a South Asia thing, but something that we didn't have to worry about in America.
Because I know we had America to Paris to Denmark, as you mentioned there. But I mean, I guess it was because there'd been extra security laid on, and because in the short term about these tweets that one of the gunmen has reportedly been sending out just before the attack.
Oh, he absolutely was.
Leaving a trail almost.
Not just leaving a trail, but giving a heads up that he was about to carry out the attack. His very last tweet just before he went and carried out the attack and died was stating that he was declaring his allegiance to the Emir al-Mu'minin, that is to Abu Omar al-Baghdadi, and that he hashtagged it Texas attack. Basically showing that he was going to do it. And based on looking at several different jihadist accounts, I believe that there at least was one other person, perhaps more, who had foreknowledge that the attack was going to occur.
Okay, David, this Elton Simpson is reportedly on the FBI's radar already. How difficult is it for authorities to keep track of people who they've had suspicions about?
It's difficult, but in this case, I think the question should be asked as to whether this was another intelligence failure. In this case, there's several things that went on. Number one, he had been arrested back in 2010 in a Shabab-related investigation. Number two, he was a very open and unrepentant Islamic State supporter. He was out in the open. Number three, he may have communicated with others about this attack specifically and certainly communicated his anger and flagged it. Number four, he started talking about the huris, that is the virgins one will experience in paradise, according to certain hadith, prior to him carrying out the attack. And fifth, as I said, he actually had a tweet saying he was going to carry out an attack.
And the FBI or authorities would have been within their rights, because that's the other side of this equation that's raised, right? How far does the Constitution allow people to be followed in this manner?
This is very easy, because this was all open on his Twitter feed. All of this was public. The FBI can look at a Twitter feed just like they can read a newspaper. Now, they would have had to get a warrant or something else to actually look at direct messages he was sending or other electronic communications. But I think that a good case can be made, I think an overwhelming case can be made, that they would have had probable cause to seek more surveillance based upon his own actions that were out in the open based on Twitter.
Okay, David Gartenstein-Ross, thanks very much for coming in.